Hey, this is Eric Hunter here, and I want to show you my new book, Pendulum Alchemy Part 1. This is a very important new book for anyone doing pendulum alchemy, pendulum healing. If you're using your pendulum to shift and change reality, this book is absolutely essential. I just published this book recently and I realized that not everyone is aware of it. So I just wanted to take a minute to introduce it. A lot of you have bought my books in the past, and I'm really grateful for that. But this book here replaces all of those books. This is completely new information. It's over 500 pages long, and it takes you from the very basic, most beginner like applications all the way through the most advanced. And it shows you everything. It answers every single possible question you can have about this subject that you could ever think of. And I based it on, 10 years of me answering questions on Facebook, email, and my courses, etc. I know what the questions are that you ask and have answered them in this book. And I have all kinds of new things in here that you've never seen before or heard before. Amazing applications, protocols, step-by-step instructions. Basically, everything you need to become a pendulum alchemist, to shift and change reality using your pendulum by doing energy healing and manifestation. This is the book you absolutely have to get. And if you already got it, thank you very much. I have a couple different editions. There's the Kindle version, there's a hardcover, and then there's the paperback. And I think there's an audiobook out too, version of it. I'll have to double check that. If not, it will be out eventually because it takes a little time to get them. And it's available on Amazon in whatever country you're in. Now, I know some of you, Amazon in your country, they have strange rules about, ordering books. So if you run into a problem where you can't get this book in your country on Amazon, if you contact me, I can drop ship you a copy from Amazon and just have it mailed directly to you. So that is possible. You can do it that way. And you can combine it with another order for a pendulum or a course. Just let me know in advance so I can send you an invoice. But otherwise, if you have access to Amazon, especially if you're United States, Canada, Europe, parts of Asia like Taiwan, you should be able to get this book in this form. And I'm telling you, this is the book. I put my heart and soul into this thing. I just covered everything you could possibly need to know. So it's awesome because the very first page, I'm showing you what to do. There's no beating around the bush, no tease, no wasting your time. It's just pure information, and it's so easy, and it's step by step. So if you're a complete beginner and you really don't know much or you don't know anything, you can pick this book up and then you can learn everything you need to know in a step-by-step process, and you can immediately start shifting and changing your reality. If you're intermediate or you're advanced, you can get this book and you can find stuff that you've never heard of, never done before. I have this amazing chapter on color in here that is gigantic and it's revolutionary, and it has all kinds of information you've never heard anywhere else. I have really practical things I just opened a going to the store. It's like stuff that you use in your everyday life. But then I also have really detailed things like how to do healings, how to do this with energy healing, how to do it with crystal healing, how to do pendulum alchemy to protect yourself, how to do it to clear energy fields. There's just so many things in here. And I've also created protocols where I combine pendulum alchemy with other methods. So I just opened a page to a section on candle magic. You can do pendulum alchemy with candle magic. You can do pendulum alchemy with the nature spirits that are in your yard or in your garden. How to do it with shamanic work. There are just so many things. This book is so rich. And then it has practical stuff. So in the back of the book, it's like an FAQ section. So it's always it's stuff like, oh, pendulum alchemy doesn't work. Why isn't it not working? Or what do I do in this situation? Or, oh, my string broke. How do I fix it? Or, all those kinds of questions. Or what direction does the pendulum need to spin, clockwise or counterclockwise? All those kinds of questions that you ask me every day in Facebook, I've answered in this book. So a lot of people have asked me like, well, I already bought all your other books. Is this just the same thing published over again? Absolutely not. This is a completely new contribution in the field, and it's groundbreaking. It's a seminal book. It's a revolutionary contribution. It's the most important book ever written on the subject, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I really mean it sincerely. I've been a pioneer in this field for a decade now, and I've taken it in directions where no one else has taken it, done things no one else has done, with the help of all of you watching this video and my students and other people who are learning with me as we do this. And I put it all in this book. I just wanted to get it out there into the world to make sure that people knew this. Because before, it was kind of like haphazard. It was like people were doing dowsing and mixing it with pendulum alchemy or pendulum healing, or some people were just calling it pendulum healing in Europe, and then they had all these ideas that were kind of not clearly founded. This is the foundational text for this field now. This explains everything. I give you the theory. I give you practical stuff. I give you tips. I give you tricks. I give you detailed protocols. I give you simple protocols. I give you stuff for everyday life, stuff for crisis situations, stuff for healing, manifestation, you name it, it's in this book. So I highly recommend you check this out. And thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate you watching that. And the book is Pendulum Alchemy, a practical guide to energy healing and manifestation, part 1. Yes, I had to stop myself at 500 pages. I could have written another 500 because I've got even more information for part 2 that will come in the future. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.